Hello, I'm Untitled Chapter, and welcome back to Seeds Sunday. Seeds Sunday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you seeds, Minecraft Xbox, and Minecraft PlayStation, which are particularly unique and worth checking out for some reason. However, we are on a slight hiatus with that one because we're waiting for the next update to come out, because that will change all of the seeds. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do is answer a lot of questions I have related to seeds in general that I get all the time, and one of the most frequent ones I get is, why do you spawn in different places each time you load up a seed, and why is it that, if you watch one of my seeds, you'll spawn a slightly different location but somewhere nearby. How does spawn work? All that sort of thing. And this is a complex one to answer. That's why I did so much testing. That's what this glowstone is, by the way. Basically, the answer to the question is kind of complex even on the PC, and on the console it's even more inconsistent yet, but I have got a proper answer as to how the spawn works, how it's calculated, all this sort of stuff, and that's what I'm going to be answering in today's video. So please do like it. If you do like it, it helps out the channel a lot, and it lets me know you did like it, and it's a good way to reward all the crazy deaths I had to go through to get all of these spawns. So anyway, let's get straight into this one, and let's talk about what spawn is. So in case you're wondering what I even mean by spawn, spawn is the area that decides where you'll load into a world if you either, load it up for the first time, or if you invite friends, or if you or friends die. This is the area that you'll basically spawn at if you haven't reset your spawn points. So by default, it is a reasonably large area that is calculated by finding the origin of the world, 0, 0, and then on 360 or PS3, this can pretty much mean anywhere in the world, but it will always be somewhere on the first map because it can only be within about 400 blocks of 0, 0. So this is 0, 0 just over here in this jungle, or roughly here, you can see it, 0, 0. Somewhere within 400 blocks, it picks a random location, basically. This random location will always be the same based on the seed. If you load up this exact seed, it's just a random seed, you all spawn at this exact, location over here, and that's just how that one works. So, once it's picked the spawn location, it then makes a 21 by 21 box around it, and then it makes you spawn anywhere around there. The reason for this is to give a little bit more randomness to the spawning thing, because although you want to spawn the same area, you don't want to spawn the same block. The reason for this is that if you did spawn, let's say, exactly here every time, you could just obsidian it up and then trap people there forever, and it's like, there's no fun in that. And although technically, you can just make a big obsidian wall around the entire spawn area, it is a lot more difficult and it does require more effort. And it just means that it gives it that little bit more of a natural feel to it being random. A lot of small randomization makes things feel more natural. But yeah, when anyone loads into the world, they'll spawn somewhere around here. And basically, this is just how this works. It's a 21 by 21 box. And more interesting yet is that there is a larger box around that. So if you look here, you can kind of represent where the box is. Anywhere in this area you could spawn. But what's more interesting than that is that an extra 7 blocks out in each direction to make a 35 by 35 box. Basically, you can't place lava in this area. So we'll say you can't place lava here, and this is to stop you killing people at spawn. And this is an interesting console exclusive feature. This isn't on the PC. It doesn't apply to water, by the way. You can place that just fine. But one really interesting thing about this, particular lava thing is, for some reason, it only covers up to 35 by 35. So you can have a big lava wall at, the 35 box like I did there. And second of all, there are 2 glitches to get around the lava at spawn thing if you do want to kill people, which, by the way, I'll just talk about now. So first of all, if you just keep placing lava down, it'll keep giving you this message. But if you're moving around while you're doing it, around 1 in every 20 times, it just won't remove the lava and it'll just leave it still, which is the weirdest, like that, you can see, it will just leave the lava there, which means, I don't know if that's inconsistent coding, or if it's if you persevere enough, you should be able to do it. If I just keep spamming this block, I'll eventually have some lava there. I don't know which it is, but it is a really cool way to have a block of still lava if you want to just have that near the spawn. There's a chance that someone will spawn right next to this and just walk into it, or just spawn, into it and then land there. That's pretty interesting right there. And second of all, you can actually, through use of a dispenser, just place, lava at the spawn anyway. So even though this block right here, I shouldn't be able to have lava, using the dispenser, I can. So, yeah, if you want to burn people at spawn, there is 2 options for you. Anyway, so if you're wondering what stops you from having certain spawns, like just a big hole in the ground, or what stops you having a big, glass layer above the spawn, whenever, someone spawns in, it picks their exact spawn coordinates. So it could be any of these 400 plus locations you can spawn in, these 400 separate blocks, but it'll always pick you on the highest block up there. So, for instance, right now, if you look into the sky, I might have even removed it, but basically, if there was a block in the sky right here, which I'm starting to doubt there is now, if there was just a random block up here, if you were due to spawn down there, there is a small chance you'll spawn in the sky. So if you want to keep people safe and you don't want to have big walls, what you can actually do is, if you make a big spawn island, which covers the spawn area, which, by the way, I showed you how to calculate, you just have to work out where your lava stops, then go 7 blocks in, and that's the spawn area. If you just make a big island up there, then there's no way for people to get off without jumping down and killing themselves. So that's one way to make sure that people only get down if you want them to, because you can have a water thing down here they can jump into if you want them to, but otherwise you can make make them trapped up there. But yeah, there's a few, cool options like that you can do if you want to lock people out. Another one is to dig a massive pit in the pit in the ground. So if you just made this 20 by 20 area, just like 4 blocks lower down, everything else, everyone's trapped there. And the final one is just to be like, oh, so we're gonna just build walls around it, and then don't give people build privileges. Those are options for keeping the spawn limited. But anyway, now we've spoken about that for a little bit. Let's speak about how you can change the spawn point. So you can never change the official spawn point in your world. This coordinates here will always be the spawn location for anyone new. You can lock it off, you can do all that stuff. But what if you want to spawn somewhere else? So I'm sure everyone knows exactly how this works when you think about it, but it is actually the bed. So when you place down a bed and you sleep in it, what will actually happen is, that will be your new spawn location. And this can be within the spawn. If you want to spawn a specific place, you can. If you can make it outside the spawn, you can make it inside your house. You can make this anywhere. In particular, if you really want to, you can, place multiple beds. And if you really want to, kind of mess with someone, because the interesting thing about resetting your spawn is whenever you spawn, you'll spawn there. But if the bed is blocked in some way, people won't necessarily know. So let's just say this is surrounded by obsidian, or it's covered in obsidian. Then the bed will count as blocked or obstructed. And it'll mean that what actually happen is people won't know that their bed's gone, but when they spawn, they'll respawn here. So if you want to set a trap for someone, what you can actually do is, I guess a really serious trap is if you know they have a spawn location, you can lock off the spawn, get ready for them, and then, destroy their bed, make them respawn there, and then trap them there. So that's just a few ideas if you want to do some stuff. Hopefully I taught you something about the spawn in this video. To kind of recap the facts, the spawn is a 21 by 21 area around, a random location somewhere on the first map of your world. Around that is a 35 by 35 no lava area that if you work out where you can place lava and where you can't, you can work out roughly where your spawn is by counting 7 blocks inwards. Finally, whenever your spawn is picked, you'll always spawn on the highest possible location there, and also your bed will change your spawn. But if your bed is obstructed, you'll go back to the default spawn. So I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope it taught you something or other. Like the video if you did like it, share it if you really liked it. Sheep, you need to get away from there. And subscribe if you're new around here. I do videos like this every single day. Earlier today, I did a video on how to get on top of the Nether, so you might just enjoy that one. And every single day, I upload at least one Minecraft console video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.